ton of time working on slides or decks. Well, I was too, until I discovered this amazing platform called Gamma. I can go from a simple idea to a full deck in less than 10 minutes. Let me show you how. Head on over to the Gamma website at gamma.app and you can get started for free. They have a really generous starter tier with lots of credits. I, of course, have the pro version, so we're going to pop over there right now. When you first arrive at Gamma, you're going to see a couple of options. You can create your presentation either by pasting in text, you can generate it from a single prompt, or you can import a file if you have a document already created. We're going to paste in the text, given I already have that ready to go. So we copy and paste that into the dialog box here. And then there are three choices for what to do next. You can either generate the notes from an outline, which is what I'm going to do. You can summarize a longer document. Let's say you have a report you want to convert to a presentation, or you can preserve the outline exactly the way you have it. So if you spend a lot of time crafting your deck presentation and the copy that goes on every slide, that's the choice for you. But we're going to choose this first one, and then we'll continue to the prompt editor. In the prompt editor, you'll see more choices. I'll just point out a few. You can decide how much copy you'd like on each of your slides. I always go for concise, but you also have minimal, detailed, and extensive. You can also put in who the deck is for, the audience. So for this example, we're saying marketing teams. You can also specify your tone, whether you want it to be friendly, professional, etc. You also can choose the type of visual representation. I have a branded theme already loaded up, but you can choose hundreds of different templates that they have in the library. And most importantly, you need to think about how you want your images to appear. I have a lot of people who say, oh, I love Gamma, but I'm really not happy with the way it generates the images. Well, I think the problem is you need to spend a little bit of time selecting the model that you prefer, because there are a few choices in here and you can test these all out. And you can also change your art style. So you can go for photorealistic, illustration, and so on. If you have brand elements, like for me, my brand is neon yellow, I always make sure that I have neon yellow as part of the prompt. And then once you're happy with all of that, you hit generate. We now have our finished deck. Gamma's created based off our prompt. And you can see here we have all of our slides. This is the preview on the left, and then the actual slides here in the center. You can see we've got lots of different layouts with the AI generated images included. I think the best feature of Gamma is the fact that every single slide and element is editable. So I can click into any of these sections. I can change the copy. I can delete things. I can change if I have one of these diagrams. I can change the little icons. I get lots of different choices here. But I think most importantly, you have a lot of control over the images. So if I don't like this image, I can click on it, select edit, and it opens up the AI image generator prompt. And so I can go through each of my images one by one and see, okay, maybe I didn't like this prompt. It's not giving me the type of scene that I like. And so I can change that. You get 4 options that you can choose from. You just click on the image and it will update for you automatically. When you're done editing the deck and you're happy with the way it looks, now it's time to share it or export it. So you select the share button and you have some options up here. You can either share the deck with collaborators and they can access it directly in the Gamma platform, or if you're more like me, you export it down to Google Slides or PowerPoint so that you can then save it in your workspace. I love this option because it saves it as a native file so I can continue editing once I'm in PowerPoint or Google. I don't have to come back to the Gamma app. I want to show you one last thing in Gamma today, and that is how to set up your branded themes. So we head back to the dashboard and we scroll down the left-hand menu until you see theme. And once you're in this section, you can create a new theme, you can import a theme if you already have one, but we're going to take a quick peek at the theme I set up for my own brand. Once you're in here, you have the option of changing your colors. So you can add in any of your hex codes, you can change your text color. You also have access to different fonts. You can even load or import your branded fonts if you prefer to use those. You can add your logo. You can tweak certain elements of the design, like the cards themselves, your blocks and content, and even your buttons and links if you're using them inside your content. And then finally, this is where you can create your master instructions for your AI generated images. So this is probably the first thing I would recommend you coming in and having a look at and deciding which model you're going to use for the AI images, what kind of instructions you want to apply. Well, that was a really quick walkthrough of Gamma. I hope that's enough to get you started. Let me know if you found this video helpful, and don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.